So a lot of really nice team fighting, skirmishing, some good engaged tools now added to the comp. As it will be, it looks like here, the Viego pick. Once again, question is, where does it go? Pretty solid matchup into Lee Sin on the top side of the map, so that's what I would expect. But we don't know if Lee Sin is in fact going to be top yet either.
As they were talking about last week on the cast. Kind of like a in-person poke champ, right? You just throw your body into them and you smash a bunch of AP damage into them, and you just hop immediately back, and it's basically just poke because you don't have to. And maybe we'll see it a little bit in this game as we're considering diving the top lane. Hoya has flash and should have his dash. He's going to go north, though, and take a bunch of damage. Tries to turn it on to Clid. That is going to be first blood going the way of Rascal, though. So it's a 1-for-1, but Rascal should be pretty happy about it.
Yep. First blood, pretty massive here.
Deny all this CS and gold and XP.
Looks like a completely different story. BDD will be kind of chain stunned and won't actually get to use his flash until it's too late. Gonna steal this blue at least. However,
he has to flash and kick, but he's burning down. He's gonna try to get over the wall here, and he will have the cooldown. The follow-up not quite there as the Rumble also. Okay, here we go. Here's the follow-up. They're gonna be able to just alley-oop that one over to Ruler as he will pick up another kill.
The Gen G are just so great at setting Ruler up for success. It's unbelievable in these moments, too. Life and Ruler are, I mean, I think that these two players should just play together forever. They understand each other so well. They know how to empower each other so well. It's an easy call for Life to use Flash there. You know, he had the advantage. Flash was used for Delight earlier. There's just no way to shut that down. And now we're going to see a big rotation.
Yeah, they're not gone, but we do have a teleport coming on in. That is a really nice equalizer. They're trying to take out the light before this fight even begins. Henna flashes back onto the equalizer, and Lava can't do anything, and he nearly dies jumping back in there, but BDD will get traded back. A really nice look. Oh, God. All right, here we go. BDD is actually going to get a really nice engage. Ooh. As the equalizer comes in, he's burning. That is going to be the alley-oop this time to Clid.
Like you said, but has it available here for this next follow-up.
Okay, Lava. This wasn't it.
That was not it. It's not impossible, like you say, for Fred Brion to come back and win this, but this is definitely not going to help.
All right, trying to get on top of Rascal, and he has so much sustain, it's ridiculous. Here comes the follow-up. Henna is so out of position, so deep in there, and now Zed is just going to laugh at them as Hoya over the wall. He will survive for now, as he just barely will not burn down. And that's just lucky for them, as they will get out of there thinking they were the ones engaging. But now Gen G at 20 minutes and a half. They're the ones going. I'm not sure about Life here.
Yeah, a little bit over the edge here, but he'll be fine. Yep. Can't believe Baron thought that was the real one. That was clearly the clone. The Gen G are actually going to look to take this. Delight's here.
Yeah, they have really awesome turn as well. Lava is trying to poke, but it's still going to be a very clean Baron. Can they get out of this one alive? That is a massive cast, but again, stopwatch is there.
Well, you don't have that follow-up damage after your Kai'Sa's dead.
All right, Lava. This is what the LeBlanc can do.
I mean, you mentioned it. If Ruler gets caught, I mean, that's one way back in.
And he is really far behind the fight. The rest of his team, though, very scary. Could take this down. They're trying to burst him, and he will get the smite steal. And it doesn't matter if Ruler wasn't there. He just true shot barrages, and the rest of his team cleans up. Gen G are just stomping yet another team. And it's not particularly close.
Certainly not in this first game. And it's hard to point fingers at Fred Brion in any particular place. The Kai'Sa pick ended up being, one of the weaker parts of this. The Viego dominated the top lane matchup.
All right, Lava. Well,
goodbye.
He's trying. To just rush it down. So Gen G immediately pull him out of position first, and then they go for the dragon.
And if that True Shot Barrage actually stops backs, they get an inhibitor too.
All right, let's see it, Oh, you're spotted. And now they're going to get over the wall. The equalizer comes in. As we have a 1v2, Rascal really getting in there. He's going to pick up one. He could probably just go 1v3, although...
He's like, wait, Henna's not fed. I regret this.
Oh, that's it.
No way.
No, he is.
Oh,
He's
my God.
still in there. The damage isn't enough, and neither is the barrel. Thankfully, Delight had flash. Otherwise, that was going to be a 1v3.
Oh, Rascal.
That's why you play Viego, I guess.
Live it up to your name, Rascal. Oh, The Infernal, or rather the Elder Drake is not taken, but it doesn't matter because they've got a bigger prize in sight on the Nexus here. This game has been, you know, over for quite some time now, but Gen G are going to put the final nail in the coffin here.
Oh boy. Yeah, Hoya's trying to get in there. BDD extending all the way down. And Gen G, they're not going to go down without at least getting more damage, more kills. They want to stack those stats, and that they will.
And a lot of that is in the later games. A lot of it was in lane 2, but like, this was one of our best Viego games we've had, actually. And yes, it was a one-sided game, so he will look better as a result, but...
Yeah, I mean, it really...
mess up a lot of what Frederick Brion's going to be looking for in these later game team fights. Lava gets his Orianna as the final pick here, one that he has been very good at. His best control mage right now in this meta. But Gen G have the ability to delete an Orianna so quickly, and even with the Lantern for protection for Aphelios, it is the only style they play. It's their best style. This is Gen G in a nutshell.
Lot of styles.
Yeah.
Like, he, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff given over. That doesn't mean that automatically Gen G wins. Just a little bit unfortunate at times. We'll have to wait and see how this early game does go.
Well, this is really well-timed Fear. Meganar comes out, but Rascal's already done the damage he needs.
Nice little trade there, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty one-sided.
Conqueror procced. Hoya just has to sit back and wait. Oh, sad times. He actually might
just going for it. Oh. Okay, the flash comes in, and the hop, the fear is here. A couple of autos will do it. He doesn't even care if he dies. He already did the damage. All of this wave will go into the dust.
Yep, it's way more impactful that this is actually going to go down. Can teleport right back in. Get down, Mr. President!
Yeah, I wanted to say it. All right, well, the bot lane has not been looking good for Gen G until this moment. They were getting pushed under turret. They had lost 2 plates. There were 0 wards in the river as they were there. The lane had reset and they felt safe, but they are not safe against Klid's Volibear. And this is like Shock Pikachu once again. It's like, oh, you mean Klid can just gank us like this?
Yep.
How is this possible?
That is what he does. He does not farm the jungle, he farms the players.
Yeah.
I know I've been saying that a lot. It's sounding like a broken record, but Rascal, meanwhile, is going to try to really bait this out.
Okay, but the damage is there. And we'll see, you know, how this works, because Umpty is also coming up here, but it might just be enough damage. Let's see, the second R will come in. Dodge on that one. He actually sees Umpty. Shuriken's going to land. The Dragon Kick is available, and Umpty says, I don't know if you want a piece of this.
More time this game. Trades back 2 kills, only a little bit down on minions. He's the target now.
Trying to get on top of the Gnar, but he hops on top of the turret away from the Gnar. They have enough damage, though, and Umpty again, he's just not really able to do anything at this point in time. He doesn't have enough damage, and
yeah, doesn't have his, you know, first item up either. As BD.
Right. Oh, he's going to land that Shuriken, and here we go. Easy peasy. Not even a thought in the world. BD doesn't even have to use Flash. Even though the Shockwave kept him there, it doesn't matter.
BD's getting a lot of golf claps from the crowd today.
We've seen this before. As this time around, Rascal is a bit more tanky, but he is being kited out very nicely here, as the Flash does have to come in, but the Flash here is easy pickings for Hoya. That is a second solo kill. Trying to clear out the vision. Trying to threaten here.
I actually like how much Umpty and crew were able to delay this. Meanwhile,
this is still going on, but you got to remember that Hoya, I mean, he's got to play the steel caps as well. It's not a simple pressure move here from the Nocturne.
You really do have to be careful. Umpty really like the angle here.
Oh, Umpty, he's going to be knocked up and charmed, as there it is. He goes down immediately. BDD is here in the Shroud and will be able to ult away, and now it's 5v4. That's the Rift Herald picked up here for the side of Gen G as well.
Umpty cannot drop the ball this time.
Okay, he's looking for some kind of engage, but he's away from his team, and look at that! How is Henna supposed to play these team fights? You tell me. Big Gnar in the wall, though, as Hoya is desperately trying to carry this game, but BDD is still alive, still looking for Rascal here. He's going to land that Shuriken. Hoya and Umpty still around. He's going to leave Rascal to die. Triple kill to BDD, who is now 6-0, but Frederick Brion will be able to take the fight, and they're looking for the Drake as well.
They're going to get the Drake, the third in a row here. Yeah. This is where, if you find him, you can punish his Umpty. But Umpty's not checking for that. He's like, oh, that's BDD. I don't know if I want to queue on that.
He's going. He's going. He's going to push him away, but I don't know if you can really have the confidence to move in right now.
Another ward instantly dropped
down. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. They're trying to get on top of that R this time, and the follow-up should be there as they will dunk down, and in goes BDD into that back line as the Zhonya's will buy time. But Henna, he's got a full health bar. He's trying to kite it out. 1v5. He gets over the wall. A fantastic lantern.
Yeah, I don't know if Gen G can actually turn and actually do this now. Their health bars are so low. But Fred and Breon have to respond. Now, they're going to look for a Cloud Soul, maybe trade here, but I don't think that's going to be worth it. I mean, everybody's so low on the side of Gen G. You already used your Moonlight Vigil, though, so it's hard for you to come in. You don't have the Shockwave. So I guess. But Umpty played that really, really long extended wait, fails to get the kill. And, I mean, that was one of your chances to really get a pick before the upcoming objective. They're going to be able to stop this Baron bot from really doing a whole lot. The composition of Gen G does not have amazing wave clear or pushing power, you know, siege. So it's not great when nobody's dead, so not a huge advantage.
Well, somebody's going to get caught out, and it's going to be Lava.
Oh, no.
He had flash. The kick comes through. This is what this comp does, especially with the Rakan follow-up. But they're kiting it out pretty well. Henna does have some pretty insane damage at this point in time, and that's why there's always that little nag.
And what is a very, very difficult game here against Gen G. They're now really behind.
Yeah, it's going to come down to this fight. I mean, if Gen G get Elder at this point in the game, they might just run away with it. But if Bro can hold on by any circumstance, we're looking at post 30 minutes with this composition. They're going to back away. In goes the engage. It's not that clean from Gen G. As the damage comes in, there is the Wombo combo. But BDD, he's trying to get on top of Henna, but he's going to go into the stopwatch. And that is enough. That is enough for Fred and Breon to stay alive. And now they're looking at the Elder.
They're looking at the Elder. This is the play you needed. At the end of the fight, too, Umpty is tracking down Life. He's got him caught. He has no flash. There's no way out. He stopwatches, but he can't escape. Now he's lost his stopwatch. And it's going to be a free Elder here after the fight. No contest. We're going to see a reset, it looks like. But the Baron timer here is actually perfect for Gen G. Fred and Breon realized this. It could be a trade. They're going to come over and check, but the damage is so high at this point for Gen G. It's going to be really difficult to stop this.
Well, they got the vision. There's no Meganar, but he's going to try to get in there anyway, but the Baron will go to the Smite. Now they're going to look to... Then it might just be lights out, you know. Even though it might be scary for Gen G fans, for the Gen G players, that, oh no, like, Lava and Delight, or Lava and Henna rather, they're just kind of getting out of control right now, scaling to new heights. What can we do? But, you know, at the same time, you've got somebody out of position, and maybe you can get something going. Now, Ruler in his spot here, he's going to try to flash away, and I don't think there's any escape for him. He goes back into that one.
That could be a game-losing moment. That Ruler is caught like this. He's alone. He's out there. He thinks he can escape, but he absolutely cannot. Ends up wasting his flash, too. I mean, you have Cleanse, you have Flash. You feel that you can do anything, but Ruler has been caught in these moments so many times. Doesn't matter what league it is. Doesn't matter what tournament. And that might actually just be the game. Unbelievable, he's caught.
Let's see. The 5v4, the Wombo combos here. We got the ultimates available. There's the hook on a BDD, and he can't do anything as Life is desperately trying to get in there, but it is not going to work out for him. As Clint is going to ultimate away, Umpty takes a ton of damage from the turret. They need minions to come on in here.
Rascal on the back trying to prevent that from happening.
Oh, they're just trying to burst it down. I don't know about this. Hoya's trying to tank it up, but we got 10 seconds until Ruler. We'll see if they can stop it, but no, it looks like they will be able to, as the Nexus will go down. And we will have a third game. Fred and Breon with the Golden Snitch. I guess that maybe that's Ruler's new nickname, because we've seen that many times before. It all really came down to that, I guess. 35 minutes in. Catch the...
See this one return, and we will see BDD's Syndra. And it's actually his second time this season. He's the only one who's playing it right now. It works really well with the CC setups that they have. And you can also, of course, use the Scatter of the Week to set up for a Volibear gank. You can chain CC that together. You can roam to the top side of the map, do the same thing with Lee Sin. She's going to be very powerful through all stages of the game, and in the late game, get the Tom Kent zoom in. I'm starting to get a little nervous.
Yeah.
But we're in it.
He always makes me a little bit nervous. Game 3. This time around. And yeah, I mean, from the side of Gen G, in the last game, they just wanted to jump right on top of you with all 5 members. Everybody.
He's coming up now. Flash almost available.
Just going to use the ult to get him away. And Fred and Brion, I mean, they're not aggressively positioning to truly fight over this objective right now. Umpty just used his ultimate, and they're going to spot him, and Hoya has no idea. This is unfortunate for him. In goes the Lee Sin as First Blood will come down. Yeah. This guy, I feel like they still haven't really figured out. As the kick comes in, Rascal just going to flash and take the life of Hoya, who does not flash away from that one.
And this is, you've got to do something as Fred and Brion now, because the top side of the map is completely controlled by Gen G. His mains are crashing. You have to trade something. You have to look for this Drake fight. Umpty is not part of this fight at all, so no smite available. Lava's in position.
Oh, he's going to get over with the Lantern, though, and here we go. The Megadar into the wall, but the smite goes the way of Klid. As Hoya now trying to frontline, and they are going to find Klid. In goes the Lee Sin, looking for the kick, and he will get a huge shockwave. Comes into that back line, but Ruler will survive. And the front line of Gen G is just too far ahead. Look at Rascal go. This guy is a monster in this game.
It was just so late that it almost is able to execute a few targets, but it does not happen. I'm going to go back in time here and watch this fight. Just a really easy chase for Rascal.
Just the follow-up.
Yep. He has Safeguard to do the ward hop, look for the E for the execution, and that is all it takes. He walks back into this fight here. And Hoya he's looking for the perfectly timed Narbar. The choke point here is a bit of a problem for Gen G, but it's just like you said, the front line is way too strong. Rascal is 5 levels up on Delight, who's tagged here. Now he's on the backside of this fight. Even though Hoya's in the choke where he wants to be, the Devour means that he can't get on top of Ruler. So that's when things start to fall apart here. And yes, they do trade back and kill, and you do see that Umpty can come in and do quite a bit of damage, but Rascal just can, he can jump to anybody.
They can't kill him. Henna's like shelling all of his damage into this Lee Sin, and he ends the fight with 20% health. Oh, and now everybody's getting into it. There was not enough action early on. Trying to now get on top of Henna, but Delight is so good at peeling for this AD carry. It's ridiculous. And Rascal has gone way too deep this time around.
Yeah, it's funny how Rascal giveth and Rascal taketh away. In the last fight, he handled everything so well.
It's going to be hyper carry against hyper carry eventually, with some really good setup on both sides. As in goes Rascal again.
Why?
Gets rooted. Yeah, at least he has the stopwatch, but where's the safeguard? At least the Flash Devour has to be used to save him here.
Slow's coming through. Can Fred and Brion actually follow up on this? That's the question.
They're going to have to get in there right now. But the damage is pretty huge. We're at 3,000 health. Teleport right on top of them. And they're going to have to kite back now. You see Klid trying to get on in there. He wants it, but he will not get it. And Klid goes in, and the damage is coming out now from Henna. As huge from BDD, at least, trying to get on top of him. Ruler's desperately trying to get excited as the kick comes in from Rascal on the top side, and he will be able to isolate Henna, and that's all they really had to do. As Lava has a lot of health, but now he's all alone up against the 2 carries here on the side of Gen G. There's going to be enough damage to push them away, but still, a nice fight here from Gen G, but the Dragon at least did go into the pockets of Fred and Brion.
Archangel finishes for Lava. That's why he teleports in. He does a ton of damage in the fight. The beginning of the fight looked tragic for Gen G when Rascal engaged in, had to use his stopwatch, which he now will no longer have, and he won't be able to build his Zonias or anything like that. So that is one huge tool lost for Gen G going into the later parts of this game, but without a better setup here, once that is gone.
Yeah. Ruler is just keeping everybody at arm's length, and look at this. Rascal, he's so far ahead. Another solo kill comes in. And he is just having the game.
Got to be so careful right now against this Lee Sin.
All right, Umpty, that's not it. This is also the power of the Syndra, right? Just calmly, kind of. Okay, well they're just trying to clear the waves right now. Shockwave.
Yeah. And hate to see it, but you know this is one of those times.
BDD was just waiting there over the wall with the orb. Like he's just waiting for anyone to jump over. BDD quietly having a very strong game as well. Here we go.
Look at the positioning of that ball. It's really frustrating once again for Gen G to actually come in here.
Trying to poke him away and push him back and get the ball out as the smite will go the way of Gen G. That is Mountain Soul. Come around here from Rascal trying to get on top of Henna, but the flash comes in. We're just zooming in onto this. He's looking for the kill. The flash on in. Can he actually get it? The Gore Drinker is enough to keep him alive to get the kill, as everybody has to flash away from the Scatter the Weak.
That should be game. The shielding comes through.
Oh, they're in there.
Delight's definitely dead, and now Genji is on the chase. It's an angry bear. This is such a one-sided game after such a fantastic game, too. It was back and forth. There was a lot of tension, and sure, the snitch was caught in the end, but in this third and final game, Genji just run away with it, and we'll never know what a closer game could have looked like with these two drafts, the upgrade.
And the GA purchase was perfect, actually, because it allows him to just go in without any recourse, right? I mean, even if you kill him, he already did so much damage. He pushed Henna out of the fight, and there was not really much they could do to stop the Lee Sin. You can't really get away from him. Henna does, with the Thresh and all of your flashes and summoners.
Henna does not have ultimate for this defense. There's going to be a shockwave. Genji have 30 seconds to Baron, so they don't actually have to push the issue here. They have a lot of minions, but only with a Xin Zhao dead. They're not going to risk losing the advantages they have here in the base, or rather play for objective, back off. It's 5 minutes till the Elder Drake. Baron buff guarantees a lot of pressure on the Nexus and the final inhibitor. I'm going to watch back to this fight as just Khalid is in such a good position to guarantee the smite. Like, you can't outsmite that very easily. They still look for the engage on top of him so they can't smite, but it doesn't work, and Rascal's at the back. Right, we're only going to watch the same part of the fight that we watched last time. Who cares about what happens at the top side, because Henna here is killed. And Rascal survives with the GA. That's a trade you'll take every time, because now there's no damage whatsoever on a Fred Brion that has a depleting Narbar and a dead Thresh. Dead man walking. Sad times.
Sad Thresh. And we're even going to see this replay. As again, I mean, imagine playing Xin Zhao into this. What can you do? The answer is nothing. Even he tries to ult and it just doesn't matter.
Wind becomes a breeze.
Yeah.
Wind becomes a box fan. I don't know.
Hey, some of those are pretty strong.
Yeah,
no?
Actually quite stronger than wind, in fact, in most cases.
Yeah.
Not the best analogy, but, you know, it was a pretty flimsy Xin Zhao,
You had some good ones today, so, you know, you had to balance it out a little bit. Okay, here we go, trying to get on top of Ruler as the Devourer comes in, but he's able to flash away and get some space. The Narbar is here, so Genji are like, okay, guys, let's not throw it just yet. We have minions pushing, super minions into the base, so they don't have to overdo it, but they do lose the flash here on Ruler. Flash, heal, and cleanse, but
there's not a lot they could do. Now, Lava does have teleport, but they can't group up here. They have to deal with the bot pressure. They have to deal with the top pressure.
Uh-oh. Well,
Omti is way out of... I mean, that is... I mean, that's... He got picked, okay? I don't know what else to say. Like,
yes,
he was way too far out there, trying to control some of the vision, dies for it. There's no good decision here anymore for Fred Brion. Every choice is a losing one. They're 10,000 gold behind. I mean, Henna doesn't have his ultimate. Like, again, same situation.
There it is. They get another pick. And now with the Jinx online and the amount of work that Rascal has done in this game, doesn't look like there's anything. There's another scout of the week. Exactly what you said when we saw the draft. Comes to life before our eyes. And that's going to do it, guys. Genji will pick up the win here tonight, 2-1. Very dominant in a couple of the games, at least. As we're able to put up their best effort, but Genji will remain undefeated here at the LCK. I mean, you know, it makes sense from the 280 carries in the 32-minute game. But, yeah, Lee Sin outdoing the Syndra. Basically a one-man army by the end of it.
It's...
to improve. So I will say I'm the worst support player in the LCK. What do you think, Rascal? I think he's a fantastic support player, but I think I am on the rock bottom. A very humble state of mind taught by Rascal. And in game number 1, we had the clash between the trap cards in the 11.12 patch, you know, Renekton and Viego, and you were the first one to bring victory over to Viego. I think both Renekton and Viego are strong picks.
네, 근데 좀
But,
비에고가 최근
Viego
메타에서는 조금 더 좋은 느낌이
is
있는 것
better
같습니다.
than Renekton in the current meta.
같습니다. 그러면 오늘 4경기 연속으로 레드 진영을 플레이하시다가
Genji
오늘
played
15경기 만에
14
블루
straight
진영을 선택을
games
하셨어요.
on the red
오랜만에
side
대회에서 블루
and
진영을
went
해보니까
back to
어떤가요?
game blue side after a long while. How was
사실
playing on the
의식을
blue
하고 있지
side?
않아서
We
아무런
weren't
생각이
paying
들지
too much
않았어요.
attention about it, so yeah, I didn't have any thoughts.
저도 딱히 의식 안 하고 그냥
Same, we
첫
weren't
시작이
paying attention about the
서 있는
side
위치가
we
다르니까요.
were
그때만
playing,
약간
but it
어색했고
felt a little bit
똑같은 것
weird,
네, 알겠습니다.
standing on the
그러면
opposite
오늘
side of the
2-3경기
map
상대가 모두
after a very long while. But other than that, that was pretty much the same.
예상했던 픽인가요? 혹시
What
라이브?
about Aphelios and
쓰레쉬
Thresh?
먹은 상황에서는
Those
예상은
look
했어요.
very strong.
예상을 하셨고
Did you
실제로
expect them to come out?
어떠시던가요?
Well, as I saw the Thresh lock
확실히
in, I
좀
pretty much
힘들긴 한데
saw it
그래도
coming.
할만하다는 생각은 했었어요.
Well,
네,
that
알겠습니다.
duo is
그러면
really tough
3경기
to
라스칼
deal with, but
선수
still, it's
리신으로
doable.
팀 탑구도를 완전히 압도하셨습니다.
Game
근데
3,
2경기 때 약간
Rascal,
스킬도
you
당하고
crushed
하셨는데 이거에
the
대한
top
복수심도
lane.
조금 영향을
I
미쳤을까요?
think we saw your
사실
emotion
그런 거는 없었고
reflected in
그냥
your
2경기
play.
때 너무 못해서
No, that was
3경기도
not the
잘해야겠다,
case. I was just
3경기라도
angry about
잘해야겠다라는
myself
생각이
not
들었는데 3경기도
performing
못한
well.
것 같아서
But I don't think I played
네,
well in
좀
game
슬프네요.
3 as well, so I'm pretty sad right now.
정말 좋은 결과를 내셨으니까 조금 더 힘내서 인터뷰 계속 이어가 주시면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 마지막 질문으로 이제
And the
리신으로
last
캐리하시면 라스칼 선수 좀 썸네일 항상 리신에
In the LCK Korea YouTube, we always make some funny Photoshop with thumbnails,
네.
especially when players get to win on Listen.
빡빡 머리도 자신 있어서 괜찮습니다.
I think I'm gonna look fine with bald hair, so I'm not afraid of it.
반영을 해주시겠다 이렇게 말씀하셨거든요.
Any
지금
details you want to add, so we
그냥
can put that on your
재밌게
thumbnail?
아,
Just make it
네,
funny,
알겠습니다.
you know.
오늘도 재밌는
Thank
썸네일
you.
기대를 해보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 다음 8전 전승을 향한
And your next challenge to hit 8-0 will be Damwon Kia, and it's gonna be spring finals rematch. How are you gonna prepare for that matchup? Damwon Kia had some roster swaps, so it's more like facing a new team.
그 느낌을 오랜만에
So I think we have to, find out what's gonna happen in that
오늘
match.
좀 잘 못한 것
I
같아서
think we didn't
담원
perform
기아전
today,
때는 좀
so
잘할 수
I hope
있도록
we can come back stronger
많이
in the Damwon
노력하겠습니다.
Kia series.
네, 알겠습니다. 오늘 인터뷰 너무 감사하고요. 승리
And
다시
this will
한번
be the end of the interview
축하드리겠습니다.
from Life
네,
Rascal, the
선수,
POG,
라스칼
so
선수와
this is
이야기
Gen
나눠봤습니다.
G, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.